Well, voters have chosen to make recreational marijuana legal in Oregon after passing Measure 91 last night.
54% of the voters said yes to that measure, which will tax and regulate the sale of the drug. Alicia Esch is live in Northeast Portland at one newly opened medical marijuana dispensary. Alicia?
Good morning, Mike and Jenny, and to all of you. This is Shango Cannabis Store here right now, as you just said, a medical marijuana dispensary. But they will be making the transition now that you Oregonians have legalized recreational marijuana usage here in the state. Now, I do want you to know that that's going to take effect on July 1st, but it's going to be a little bit of a rollout time. So I'm joined by the co-owner right now. This is Shane McKee. Thank you for being here this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Tell us a little bit about the timeline of actually rolling this out so people can come into stores like your own.
We anticipate January 1st of 2016 before people will be able to walk into a facility and purchase cannabis here at a recreational level.
So definitely going to take a little bit of time to get everything together. And something else that we've actually had a lot of our viewers talking about online back and forth. When we're talking about legalized recreational use, you also have to compete with the black market as other states have. How can you compete on your prices, and what's the taxation going to be for you guys on that?
Shango's poised to be very competitive with the black market. We also think that Oregon has done the best job in the nation thus far on a recreational level of creating a tax that isn't going to price it out of the point where it could encourage people to purchase from the black market. So we look forward to that, and we'll do everything we can to not only compete, but remove the black market.
All right. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it. Something else for everybody to keep in mind when we're talking about the regulations out here, the sale that's legalized is only going to be for people 21 and older. So Mike and Jenny, a lot of details to go through, and I'll be talking more of them coming up for you in about half an hour.
Okay, Alicia, thanks so much for that live update. Welcome back. The time right now is 6:12, and we are back to our Campaign 2014 coverage now. Ben Gaskins, an assistant professor from Lewis and Clark College, joining us. And one of the most talked about measures across the country, Measure 91, the vote to legalize recreational marijuana in Oregon. So what do you think that the state learned from watching other states, Washington and Colorado, go through this process first?
Well, I think, you look at Colorado, you look at Washington, the sky hasn't fallen. You even had a King County, Washington sheriff saying that this is okay. We've actually seen a decrease in crime. And so I think that helped Oregon feel safe, that it was okay, that this was going to be inevitable, right? This had been on the ballot before, and everyone kind of knew it was just a matter of time before it passed. And I think the fact that Colorado and Washington had legalized it 2 years ago, and it has gone relatively successfully, made it more likely that it passed, and it passed fairly comfortably yesterday.
Did you find it interesting that the governor actually said that he was going to vote no on it?
I did. I was a little surprised about that. It seemed like most politicians are lagging behind public opinion, but I would have thought in Oregon that would not have been a politically costly thing to say, that you were in favor of it. It's a little surprising, but obviously didn't matter at the end.
Yeah, and as far as the stigma itself, it still does have a stigma when you talk about marijuana versus alcohol. Do you think that's going to change anytime soon?
Maybe. I think it's going to be problematic if a lot of younger people start using marijuana or seeing it as just another alternative of, something that's legal now. So why not, drink, smoke marijuana, what have you. But I don't think the stigma is going to change very, very quickly. But legalizing will definitely help it to remove some of its status as as a dangerous drug.
Okay, Ben Gaskins will check back in the next half hour. Thanks so much.